Hey, so we're going to start doing a hike today. It's fairly cold weather. Wearing a jacket. Sun feels really nice. We're just following this, it's a dirt road. I don't know if you can see that. We're just basically exploring around the campsite. So we're gonna see if we find something interesting along the trail. All right, guys. So let's keep on going. Okay, so this is where we were coming from. Going that way, that's where actually campsite. It's right below those pine groves or whatever. And you follow that dirt road and then the road continues on. But then there's another entrance here and also right here, which kind of makes like a loop. And I wanted to show you another view right here. This view is wonderful. It's really amazing. You can see, I don't know if you guys can really appreciate the colors from here, but there's some, mostly is green pines, but there's some golden and orange and yellow colors at the distance. So it is really nice to be here. Okay, so what do you think, babe, about the area?
It's beautiful, quiet. I think it's very nice.
Yeah, definitely very nice. Nice area. Liam, what about you? Liam is always happy when we are at our house, and then as soon as we start leaving house, he starts jumping and getting all happy. But then when we are out here on the wilderness, his level of happiness is infinite, I guess, except for when it's really cold in the night. He doesn't have a good night. So, but we try to do our best to keep it nice and warm with tons of blankets and all that. But he tends to like push away the blankets, and he doesn't like to stay warm and snuggly. So it's a challenge for us, or especially for my wife. Okay, so enough talking. Let's go and explore more of this area. It's a little steep downhill, but there's a sign, or at least was a sign, but there's really nothing in it. Wonder what purpose did it have. Yeah, I don't know what this is, or I mean, if I flip it over, there's nothing. Probably, I'm thinking it has to do with Forest Service or something like that, but I don't know. I don't have all the answers. All right, let's going to continue and explore more of this area. Well, look at this. I found a bow of some kind laying on the floor. Alright, so I don't know why or who made this, but it's sure is something fun to see. Could probably use it for hunting. Just kidding. But this is what I'm talking about when you're exploring around your areas. You find stuff, sometimes cute or unique stones, artifacts, signage, or even if it's a historical place, you might find some really interesting stuff out in the wilderness, let me tell you. But I'm gonna keep this. I might put the name of the forest somehow and then keep it as a, I don't know, as a souvenir from the forest. All right, so I already took a break because it was kind of steep coming up here. This would make an awesome campsite too. I mean, you can just literally just step out of the, pull out from the dirt road and park over here. It's not too shady, but you got the elevation and you got the nice view. All right, let's go. So, in one of my videos before, I mentioned about exploring, and I do emphasize that word a lot because sometimes people have asked me, like, how do you find those places, or what do you have to do, or what do you need? And there's tons of, resources available for us, but the majority, there's nothing set in stone. Meaning that exploring, going back to that word, it's one of the factors that I really like the most, because it's like a surprise adventure factor. And so imagine yourself out in the wilderness, and then you're like, hey, I'm gonna take this road or that one, or which one, whatever you want. And then you never anticipated finding an amazing spot, and then all of a sudden, like that one over there, right, has an amazing view, and you just either register that for future reference, so at some point you'll come back and retrace that and gain experience and enjoy the outdoors. So I don't know, something else that I wanted to throw out there for you if you're interested in know. I will also add a link up here somewhere on that video that I was talking about before, how to find these places, and they're free. So I tend to avoid the paid ones, because for me that is not really, experiencing the true outdoors and nature and all that. Man, I'm telling you, going downhill is easier than going uphill. Okay, so this is the road that leads to my campsite. Excuse me if it's a little windy again. So this road goes all the way around, and basically it converts into a two-way road at the end. If you go to the right, it'll take you towards that area. That's the main paved road. I don't remember the highway number, but I'll add it somewhere in the video so you can see that. And then you take off that dirt road, and then he'll connect you to this one. But where we went to do our kind of like hiking, if it's to the left side of that road, and it'll lead you behind all those trees. It's kind of like steep going up, and I suppose the campsite with the elevated side that I showed you where I found the bow is somewhere around there, I guess. And so anyways, as soon as you pull from this road, then you got, when you pull for yourself on that road, coming to the campsite, you got this golden valley, which is nice. It's a really nice view too. And then all those tree lines, and right over here is basically the campsite. So there's actually plenty of room for like a group camp. There's some fire pits there, some logs, you got tons of shade, and I don't know if you're able to see my campsite, but it blends really well. Over here, somebody built a shelter. So this is it. At the end of that road that I was showing you, it will lead you towards like a little private area, I would call that. And you know, that's my camp right there. Gazebo, van, hammock or nap area, I like to call it. Anyways, let me show you a little bit more in broad detail. So we got our shower tent. Shower hanging on the tree. There is some areas where you can sit down under the shaded pines. The van, good old trusty van, hammocks, and the gazebo. I'm gonna show you the gazebo inside of it so you can see how these are set up. Okay, so I'm going to show you inside of the gazebo so you have an idea of how much you can set up inside of it. I would like to say it's pretty much effective keeping the bugs, the mosquitoes outside. Alright, so as soon as you come in, you got some chairs, camping cot, sleeping bag, guitar, got my ice box. Underneath the table there's storage, and we got kitchen and some more storage. But the view, I mean, you pretty much have the 360 view around you. So it's really nice. I'm really pleased with this tent. So this is called torta frita in Spanish, which means fried dough, I believe. And this is the final product at the end. This really amazing treat. If you haven't tasted it before, you should try it. Maybe I can put the recipe on the description if you're interested. Anyways, this is a typical food or snack, you know, pastry or whatever, from Uruguay, because my wife is from Uruguay. And I'm glad because this is a really tasty food.